Hello students, we are starting with 12th electronics. From paper 1, today we are starting with the second chapter, that is power supplies. Basically power supply, as you know, it supplies the power to the devices, instruments and many electrical appliances. But the power which we require for electronic instruments, gadgets, tape recorders and receivers, radio receivers is the DC power supply. So in this lesson we are going to learn how to get the DC power supply from the available AC power supply. Friends, you are knowing that the available AC supply from MACB is alternating current. That means it is the bidirectional, which is having the positive as well as negative direction current. But in case of DC supply, it should be the direct current. That means we have to get the unidirectional current from DC supply. So first we'll study the block diagram of power supply, which is the DC power supply. So look at this diagram first. See, in this block diagram of the power supply, 4 blocks are there. The first block is transformer. Students, you have studied in 11th electronics the device transformer. So you are knowing that it works on the principle of mutual inductance. That means it has two windings, primary winding and the secondary winding, which is separated by the core. So the transformer basically converts high or low voltage AC to low or high voltage AC. Normally we are using the step down transformer. Here the waveform is also shown, that is for AC mains. We are giving the primary winding supply, which is the MACB supply of 230 volt, and for the power supply normally we are using the step down transformer. That means we are getting the less AC voltage here. So this transformer converts high or low voltage AC to low or high voltage AC, which works on the mutual inductance principle. Now next comes the another block, which is called as the rectifier. So rectifier is the device we can define. It converts AC to DC. From the waveform you can see that even though it is DC, it is having some variations. These are called as the pulsations. That's why it is called as the pulsating DC. So rectifier converts AC to pulsating DC here by using this rectifier block. Different types of rectifiers we are studying afterwards one by one. So initially just understand here that the rectifier is converting the step down AC voltage of the transformer to the pulsating DC voltage. So output of rectifier is the pulsating DC voltage. You can see in this waveform also. The next block comes is the filter. So all of you are knowing what is the function of filter. All of you must be knowing about the water filter. So what is the use of water filter? It will remove out the impurities and we are getting the pure drinking water for safety. So this filter is having the similar function. It removes out the pulsations. These are called as the ripples, and by removing these ripples we are getting the pure DC at the output of the filter. So that's why it is named as the filter. So what it will do? It will remove the pulsations and it will give the pure DC output of the filter. Here the last block is voltage regulator. So obviously the name indicates it is regulating the output voltage at the constant value. See here we are getting the regulated DC output voltage. The waveform is also little bit clear as compared to this filter waveform. So what is the function of the regulator? It will regulate the output voltage of the filter to get the constant output voltage as the DC output voltage. So by studying this block diagram of the power supply, you are getting that how to get the DC power supply from the available AC mains. So for the laboratory purpose also, different companies are manufacturing this type of the power supply wherever the different blocks are replaced by the circuits inside them. So those circuit diagrams we have to study after this. Okay. So transformer in 11th standard already you have studied, that is step up and step down transformers are there which works on the mutual induction principle. So directly we are going for the next block, that is the rectifier. See friends, rectifiers is a device which converts alternating quantity into unidirectional, that is the direct quantity. So alternating, just I have told you, it is the bidirectional. That means it is having the positive half cycle as well as it is having the negative half cycle. When we are converting this into pulsating DC, no any negative output will be there, only the positive half cycles will be there. So for rectifier, three different types are there. First is half wave rectifier. Second is full wave rectifier using CT transformer. CT is the center tap transformer. And third is the bridge rectifier. Now we'll go for the first type of the rectifier, which is the half wave rectifier. First we'll study the circuit diagram. See this keenly. What this is device, all of you are knowing, this is nothing but the transformer. Here it is written step down transformer. This obviously is the primary winding and this is the secondary winding. The high voltage AC is converted into low voltage AC as the secondary output here. Only one diode D is connected in this direction here, which is having anode terminal and the cathode terminal, to which RL, that is the load resistor, is connected, and thus the circuit is completed here. So this is the simple circuit diagram for the half wave rectifier. So where we are getting the DC output voltage across the load resistor RL here. See here the waveform is shown. AC input, that means in here we are considering the secondary voltage, which is the bidirectional AC, positive half cycle and negative half cycle is shown here. To that we are getting the DC output voltage like this. Students, you can study how this circuit works by using this particular waveform. Initially consider the positive half cycle. Okay, so when the positive half cycle is there, here we can see that the secondary voltage will be positive here with respect to negative. That means the secondary voltage we are getting across the secondary here. In this case, this positive point is being connected to anode of the diode and negative terminal is connected through RL to the cathode. So in 11th standard you have studied the PN junction diode. So this shows the forward biasing of the diode. And all of you are knowing that diode conducts only during the positive half cycle. So the current flows in this direction through RL and again this will be written here. That means during positive half cycle we can see that we are getting the DC output voltage across this RL. All of you are getting? Now see what happens during the negative half cycle. See now the polarities are reversed. So you can show here this point is negative with respect to positive here. Now how this connection is? Negative is being connected to anode of the diode, whereas positive is being connected through RL to cathode of the diode here. So what is the condition of diode now? It is reverse biased. And all of you are again knowing here that diode does not conduct during the reverse bias condition. Only very small leakage current flows. So here we can see that no current flows through RL and we are not getting any DC output voltage. So here it shows the zero output voltage during the negative half cycle. Excuse me. Again during the next positive cycle the similar process takes place and diode conducts through RL, the current flows, and again we are getting here the DC output voltage. So in this case we can see that half cycle only is rectified and the another half cycle is not rectified. That's why this type of rectifier is named as the half wave rectifier. Here the secondary voltage V, the equation for this is given as V is equal to Vm sin omega t, where Vm is the peak value. Sin omega t, that means it is the sine wave. It is represented as the sine wave. The average voltage VDC, output voltage, it is given as 0.318 Vm, or just you can remember Vm upon pi. The third parameter for this half wave rectifier is current rating of the diode I0, which is the IDC, current flowing through the diode. And fourth is peak inverse voltage, that is PIV. So what do we mean by PIV? So peak is what? Maximum. And inverse means what? Reverse. So it is the maximum reverse voltage. So when it will appear, when the diode is in reverse bias condition, the maximum reverse voltage will be obviously the Vm value. So in this case, PIV is equal to Vm here. And the last parameter is Fr is equal to Fin. So what is Fr? It is called as the ripple frequency, which is equal to Fin, that means the input frequency. So how to find out this? See, the frequency of AC signal is, we can say that number of cycles in 1 second. Now here we can say that how many cycles will be there? It is the same one. That means the same frequency for input and output will be there. So we can say that Fr is equal to Fin, or the ripple frequency is equal to the input frequency. Okay, so this is all about the half wave rectifier. In the next class, we'll go for another type of the rectifier, which is the full wave rectifier using CT transformer. Okay, thank you.